I've been pushing away everybody I love. I don't know what to do. Need a sign from above. I just want to be somebody who knows how to behave, but I'm not even close.
Hello everyone, Vincent Teo from HDTV Test here. I'm here at a post-production company in Los Angeles, and I'm here with Panasonic with the launch of their new range of OLED televisions for the year 2018. So there will be two new ranges, namely the FZ950 and the FZ800. The FZ950 will be the flagship, and the FZ800 will be the more mid-range kind of a level. And they will both come in 55-inch and 65-inch screen sizes. So if you want a 77-inch version, you will have to spend money on the 77-inch EZ1000, which is going to be carried over from 2017 to 2018. So let's talk through the design and also the new improvements that Panasonic has implemented on these 2018 OLEDs. So you can see for yourself that the design of the FZ950 is not very different from the EZ1000, which it is succeeding. There is a slim OLED panel, which is sourced from LG Display in terms of the WRGB OLED panel, and there's a second generation of the dynamic blade speaker bar at the bottom of the TV. As for the FZ800, it looks very similar to last year's EZ950 or EZ952 as well. The OLED panel will sit on a central stand, which is quite small in the footprint, so it's easier for you to actually put it on a narrower AV rack. Now, new for 2018 is that the FZ800 will have the absolute black filter, which is also present on the FZ950. Remember last year, the lower end EZ952 or EZ950, it lacks the absolute black filter, so when light hits the screen, it will present some magenta tint. But that is solved now for 2018, so both the FZ950 and the FZ800 will have the same filter in the front of the screen, and the marketing term that Panasonic is using is absolute black filter. So what this means is that when light hits the screen, there will be less of a magenta tint than previous generations. Obviously, last year, EZ1000 has the absolute black filter as well, and that is being carried across on the FZ950. So in terms of features that are new to the 2018 Panasonic OLEDs, there is HDR10 Plus compatibility. So the Panasonic FZ950 and the FZ800 are going to be the world's first OLED TVs to support HDR10 Plus, allowing owners to watch all these HDR10 Plus content that is available on Amazon. Now, on the Samsung sets, when you try and watch HDR10 Plus content from Amazon, there's no way to find out whether you're actually getting HDR10 Plus, and I'm not entirely sure whether these Panasonics will have a different kind of notification to indicate that you're actually receiving HDR10 Plus. But from what I've been told, these OLEDs will be compatible with HDR10 Plus out of the box when they ship sometime in spring. So that's feature number one. And improvement number two is this dynamic LUT or dynamic lookup table capability of these Panasonic OLED televisions. These new Panasonic OLEDs will analyze the incoming video signal and then apply different LUTs or lookup table depending on whether the input signal needs to be done as a dark scene or as a bright scene. So previously with previous LUTs, it is generally very static, and also it focuses more on the darker end of the picture in terms of the registration points. But what Panasonic has done is to implement this dynamic LUT technology where these televisions will analyze the incoming signal, and then depending on the analysis, the television will automatically, invisibly choose the appropriate LUT or lookup table to generate the best picture quality on screen. The dynamic LUT on Panasonic's 2018 OLED TVs also use more adjustment points than the 2017 OLEDs. So on the 2017 OLEDs, such as the Panasonic FZ952 and the FZ1002, there are 17 times 17 times 17 in terms of the 3D LUT. But on the 2018 version, there will be 20 times 20 times 20 adjustment points. There's not going to be 3D or HDMI 2.1 support on these sets. The third feature that I need to talk to you about is in terms of the calibration controls. Now, if you remember the 2016 and 2017 high-end Panasonic TVs, they have 10-point white balance controls. But on these 2018 OLEDs, Panasonic has added 2 further points of controls near black. So it will allow for adjustment of luminance at 5% video stimulus and also a world-first 2.5% video stimulus, giving us a total of 12-point white balance. Apparently, this is done because many post-production companies that Panasonic work with have requested that they have more finesse, finer control near black to allow the blacks from the OLED to transition smoothly into dark grays. So these televisions will have 12-point white balance controls and 12-point gamma controls as well. Looking through the feature list, I was pleasantly surprised to find that there is a feature called Dynamic Scene Optimizer, which tries to mimic dynamic metadata from a static HDR10 signal. And this is very similar to what LG has done last year with their active HDR feature. And it will be interesting to see whether Panasonic's implementation is improved over LG's. But clearly, LG has improved their own algorithm even further this year, and they are calling it a different name. I think it's called 4K Cinema HDR, and it will be interesting to compare both. But what Panasonic is telling me is that fundamentally, the dynamic LUT technology that they are using is very different from the dynamic tone mapping that LG is using on their 2017 sets. On the FZ950, there is a speaker bar like before, and it pumps out around 80 watts of audio output. And on the bottom right of the speaker bar, you can find a Tuned by Technics badge. Now, as for whether these improvements can be firmware updated on the 2017 sets, from what Panasonic is actually telling me, the new processor is called a HCX processor. It's an updated SoC from the HCX2 that was used last year. So it is extremely unlikely that these features will come to the 2017 sets. Obviously, the 2017 sets with HCX2 processor will be receiving a firmware update to enable HDR10 Plus support. But all the other improvements, such as dynamic LUT, such as the 12-point white balance controls, such as the dynamic scene optimizer, won't actually be available on the 2017 sets. Now, I also took this opportunity to ask Panasonic about the situation with the 25p stutter bug that is found on the TVs with HCX2 processor, such as the EX750, the EZ1002, and the EZ952. And Panasonic reassures me that a fix is coming. They are just pending sign-off and release. So hopefully, if you are one of the affected users, the firmware update should be arriving soon. But Panasonic wouldn't be drawn on a specific timeline. So let's talk about the availability and the pricing of these sets. Again, information is very scarce, but the Panasonic FZ950 and the Panasonic FZ800 should be available in spring this year. And the pricing, again, is unconfirmed, but Panasonic says that it will be fairly competitive. And the FZ950 will be less expensive than the EZ1000 at launch. In the UK, these models will be known as the FZ952 and the FZ802 because of the addition of Freeview Play. If you found this video useful, please click the like button and subscribe to the HDTV Test YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Won't you save me?